Welcome to everyone, maybe from everywhere. In this workshop, I would like to briefly present the work I am doing with two remarkable performers in two different contexts. The first one that I am going to present is Cássia Carrascosa Bonfim, flutist from São Paulo, Brazil, and in the second part, Li Chin Li, that is a Sheng performer from Taiwan. Let's begin with the first performer. Maybe I ask Cássia, could you? Oh, thank you. Yes, I present you Cássia. Cássia Carrascosa is a Brazilian flutist, educator, and researcher. She's a professor in the Department of Music at the University of São Paulo. And from 1999 to 2019, she served as principal flutist of the São Paulo Municipal Theater Symphony Orchestra. Her current academic and artistic focus includes collaborative composition, telematic audiovisual performance, and improvisation involving electronic media and artificial intelligence. With me and Somax too. At the Espace University of São Paulo, Carrascosa regularly engages in virtual performances with transnational ensembles and publishes research on telematic music. She is also coordinates the telematic ensemble La Flauta, a student-led group from University of São Paulo Music Department. She is currently also serves as director of the USP Symphony Orchestra. Okay, just to briefly present this context, with Cássia was really a long-term artistic collaboration from 2015 when she commissioned me to a piece for bass flute and electronics, and from this time we still collaborating in a telematic way. That means network music. And this is also to say that is also the convergence of two projects. One project that is telematic music from Brazil, and the RICH project that we have, that we know that it's the project where Somax was developed. We have a lot of points that we can highlight from what we are doing, and the first one is the communication context. Because this was something at the beginning that was a little bit hard to set. Actually, it works in this way. You have at the left, it's the Cássia's studio, and at the right, mine studio. That means that we usually perform from our houses. In the telematic context or in the virtual music network, we work really with, in my case, I am really in a digital context that I just need my headphones. For Cássia, it's a little bit more different because she needs the flute, but it's he also have microphone and so on. All of this was, for now, completely homemade. It's a kind of do-it-yourself way. This is just to give to you more or less the setup of the communication and the technical setup. We use mainly for communication two softwares. We have the first one is Zoom for all that is video, but for the sound we use Jack Trip. This is very useful. Maybe some of you already know. It's a software, it's a free software that allows you to make peer-to-peer connections with, for example, 48 kilohertz of sample rate, and it's very, very useful. In our collaborations, usually this is the setup, and you can see friends from, this is my setup, where I have Max that runs with Somax and also the SPAT, and the other side you have the studio from Cássia, where you have a sound card and so on, and she usually do the streaming to Vimeo, Twitch, or whatever. Okay, it's the way that work it. Today it's a little bit different, and it's really a little bit different because especially we are in a hybrid context. We are going to explain a little bit about it. Something also that is interesting, today unfortunately for some reasons we could not set it, but what is interesting with this kind of setup, this kind of collaboration, is the fact that we have virtual sound spaces, and especially when we are streaming to a public, we can really share the same acoustic situation. You know that when you are in a regular concert situation, according with your placement, you are going to have a different listening experience. Here, this is interesting because we can really set, even if people is scattered or not at the same place, we can create or make the same acoustic reality. That means that even if people are not in the same place, they can really share the same listening experience, or at least, because as you know, even if we have the same sound, we don't hear in the same way. Anyway, this is how it was done. We use the SPAT, it's the true visual of the SPAT, to have a kind of three-dimensional listening space. We usually worked with binaural setup to allow people just with a headphone to be able to listen in it. Here, as I said, for some technical issues, we are going to flatten this multi-channel stuff. Okay, this is just for the technical point. We would like also to present a small performance very quickly, and just to say that what we are going to present is a kind of pre-structure improvisation, and just to give a taste of what we are going to do. It concerning the how to say, the aesthetic or the poetics, we just based it in the 5 elements according with the shamanic Tibetan bone cosmology, that are the 5 elements that, just to say very, very briefly, what we are going to present to you, this is more or less our schematic form that we are going to present. And and it's obvious from my side, I have Somax, and these are according with the different sections. What are the materials that we have used? Now, I got some words about the video context. Maybe I pass the word. Yes, I pass to Cassia. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, thank you. Hi. Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes. Yes, it's okay, yes.
So, the videos were created with AI to Hyper, and we use text-to-video prompts inspired by the poetics of the Tibetan Buddhism and by the natural landscape that shape the work's imagery. They incorporated Brazilian nature through landscapes and wildlife that I recorded in Amazonia, in Chapada dos Guimarães, in Mato Grosso, and also in Caraça, in Minas Gerais, weaving these materials into color-edited visual language and alludes to the poetic structure of the piece. The resulting sequence of scenes interacts closely with the musical score, generating dynamics within the virtual stage and exploring expanded narratives possibilities. We understand telematic music beyond electronic music as a gender of network art. Our aim is to resignify the virtual stage as a site for musical performance. And in the next, we would like to talk about very shortly about this experience that this work today marks a new phase in our research, by placing the performance within a hybrid context that brings together different types of experience, on-site presence in the shared physical space, combined with telematic performance at a distance. This configuration makes it possible to be among people while physically located elsewhere, expanding the forms of interaction and perception within the performative environment. We are not yet certain how communication with the audience will unfold in this new setting, in which exchange will be mediated and catalyzed by Mikhail, opening an experimental field for exploring emerging modes of connection, listening, and co-creation in the hybrid space.
Okay, you pass to performance now. Okay, now it's going to be nice because we are going to make all the changes in front of you, and maybe you are going to feel or not how it's okay. We have the same is the same server in
Yes, it is. Yeah.
okay, but it's strange.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Seems that means to be restarted. I have no sound in my jack trip. Welcome. It's always happens. Oh, it's nice. You can see me with my. Can we restart? I am going to disconnect the jack trip and reconnecting. It's okay?
Okay.
Yes. While we are connecting, disconnecting, what we do usually, as I said, we have another software now, just for the sound. Can I reconnect?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now, oh, you see, when you see all these people. When you see the people working, it's okay for us.
Avec
okay.
émotion.
Avec émotion, avec beaucoup d'émotion, exactly. Okay.
Maybe should I show where I am,
yes.
and then I'd be free to. So I would like just to show, for instance, everything is going like.
It's nice because we are sharing our fails with you, and it's part.
We were so ready. Sorry. No, doesn't work. Sorry. So I'm at home. That's what will be. I will leave here the share. Maybe Mikhail can show your things. Then I try to turn on the other camera.
Yes. Yes, in down here it's if you want it's my Somax patch while Cassia is preparing. Just to say, I do not use the regular Somax. If you are interested, while I use the modular Somax, the part of the modular Somax. I think this can be very useful, especially when you would like to integrate Somax in a bigger environment. Can be more interesting because you can just you can show exactly what the parameters that you would like to set. What are the parameters to control? Okay. Oh, you have the weather in São Paulo?
Yes. That's my house, so you can see it's really home, studio, bedroom. That's it.
Yes, you can close your Zoom. It's okay. Let's... Oui, oui, là j'ai le son. Oui, oui, c'est bon, c'est bon. Oups. C'est bon. Thank you, thank you. We have, voilà, si tu peux basculer le mode, s'il te plaît, voilà. We have some minutes. If you have some questions, please, yes.
Could you tell us what level of delay there is in the visuals and how much delay there is in the audio?
Oh, good question. For the I imagine that for is not the same. This is I don't know exactly. One moment, just to know that Cassia, are you online? Are you listening to us?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. You can answer also if you want. I know that for the visuals, I really don't know. But for the sound, can vary a half of second to 1 second. That means it's very difficult to make really rhythmic music in this way, with what we are doing for now. Cassia, have you an idea what is the delay for the sound and the visuals? It's very long, yes, seems that it's very long. It's not short. This is sure. Have you an idea about the delay? We are not listening you. Maybe your Zoom is closed.
Is it closed on Zoom? I can open it?
Yes, yes, open the Zoom. Sorry, we was not listening you, hearing you, sorry.
Oh, I'm very blue. Maybe less blue now. Yeah, I think it's huge with the video than with the sound because the package it's heavy, no? But yeah.
But it's between half of second and 1 second, more or less. Yes.
When she was when Cassia was playing with the vermilion.
Yes, the drum. Yes, the drum.
We saw you hitting it.
Yes.
We didn't hear. There was nothing to hear that was associated with that. So either it had happened a long time before, or it's a long time in the future.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. Because when you were hitting the vase, we couldn't. It was hard for me to associate the sound with your action. Either the sound had long passed, or it was not yet triggered. Could you say something about that? Yeah.
Yes. I was also realizing that it was taking. Now with my hands, I see that it takes really long to arrive there. But it was the beating bow, what we were playing together in Somax. That was the sound. And I think one interesting part is that we never know what the other is really listening in this situation or watching. It's not the same reality. Somehow we are in different layers of time and presence. So.
And just to add something, don't forget we have the delay from Jack Trip, but also from Somax.
Yes.
and it's how I don't know how to say. We make de la musique molle. I don't know. For now,
The music worked, so the performance worked. I was just wondering what the interaction
yes,
was.
usually it's from artistic point of view, as you saw, because I had a problem also, from one reason that it happens, my ring have not worked. Okay, but this is just to say, and had a lot of small tricks, but. From artistic point of view, when we work for now with this kind of environment, you must adapt the aesthetics to it, and it's why we work more with textures and so on. We have a small part rhythmic at the end, but it's not the main. But I hope it will change.
Thank you.
Thank you to you. I don't know if you have more questions. Yes. Maybe it's going to be the last one because I have the second part.
No, it's a very short question. Are the moving of the video somewhat related to what happens in Somax? That is, do you change films according to the corpus, or do you change the position in the film according to the position in the corpus?
No.
Or is it just something which just goes?
It's like a tape music.
Okay.
We are very fuzzy related with it. In the movie, we have more or less 5 parts also, but it's something very very fuzzy. We don't have exact cues.
And it's a tape. And
So
the movie.
it's like a tape, yes. It's exactly like a tape, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Maybe I am going to stop. If you have other questions, we can discuss after. We are open to it. And we would like to thank you, Cassia, and thank you. Okay. Now we are passing to the second part of the. Oops, I need to disconnect a lot of stuffs here, and oh yeah, oof. Just for your, I don't know, for your culture générale, we use this virtual audio card to be able to make the sound goes and come back without feedback, and this is the very tricky part, where to be able to really share 2 channels, we need to use 6. But this is something else to discuss in another moment. Okay. Just to say, and now I need to change my, yes, just changing my, oops, sorry. Okay. Just one moment, just to be able to and we up. Okay. Just to see, yes, I don't need WhatsApp now anymore. Yes, we go. sorry. This is the problem when you work with virtual cards, and when you work with cards alone, it's very important to change the card. Okay, sorry for it. It's supposed to. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Yes, I would like just to briefly present Li Chin Li. Li Chin Li, it's a Taiwanese Cheng soloist, composer, and performer working between Taiwan and Europe. Her work explored the subjectivity of the performer and the multifaceted roles musicians can embody within contemporary performance. She has performed with ensembles and orchestras such Kern, Linia, the Lapland Chamber Orchestra, Trickster Orchestra, and the National Chinese Orchestra from Taiwan. Since 2019, she has been involved in the long-term research and creation project Sheng Lorga Bush from 2019 to that it's finishing the next year in 2026, and participates as a collaborating musician in the SOMAX 2 artistic and scientific project with Ircam in Rich. That I have the honor, I'm very glad to work with Li Chin. Just one word very quick. Again, this is also, it's a meeting from, as I said, from two projects, the Cheng Orgabush and the Rich project. Maybe I leave now Li Chin to present his instrument and tell a lot of interesting stuff for us.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. And first of all, I would like to thank Malt and Ling for the invitation. So now I will briefly introduce the Chinese Shen and share some of my thoughts on improvisation and my experience improvising with SOMAX 2. So let's get started. The Shen is the world's oldest free reed mouth organ with bamboo pipes, bamboo and wood and the reed inside. And it has a history of more than 3,000 years and was already recorded in oracle-born inscriptions from the 11th century. It has played an important role in the development of Chinese musical culture. In the 7th century, the Shen was introduced to Japan via the Korean peninsula, where it became known as the Shou, and it is still used today in Gagaku core music. It was also introduced to Korea and continues to be used in traditional chord music there. In the 18th century, the free reed principle of the Shen was brought to Europe through Russia to St. Petersburg. This led to the later development of Western free reed instruments, such as the accordion, harmonica, reed organ, and the pump organ.
Next.
No.
This one?
Yes. The first Western free reed instrument appeared around 1780 in Denmark. The Shen existed in many different forms. It originally had 17 reeds and was later developed into 21, 24, 26, and 28 reed versions. The most recent development is the 37 reed Shen, this one, which offers the widest technical and expressive possibilities. In orchestral settings, Shen are also classified by register into soprano, alto, and bass Shen. And the 37 reed Shen was jointly developed by three major Chinese Shen musicians, Wong Zhenfa, and Xu Qiaoming, and Mou Shanping, together with instrument makers and professors. Compared to the traditional Shen, it significantly expands both the fingering system and the tonal range by adding pitches such as F, B flat, E flat, and A flat. This allows the Shen to perform not only traditional repertoire, but also Western classical, jazz, and contemporary music. So next, I will move on to the functional introduction of the Shen. It's based on a practical handbook style approach. And I can also share these materials with you after if you want. This fingering chart. Okay, next. And this is my right hand, my left hand. So like the number one is my first finger to holding this range note, and so on. Next. And this is the pitch range from okay, next. And this is traditional harmony. Next. And this is a classic piece from the Shen repertoire called Jing Diao. Was composed by Chinese composer and Shen musician Yan Haiden in 1960. In Chinese music, it mostly reads the numbered notation, and I'll play a short excerpt for you. So now I would like to begin by sharing my experience of improvising with Somax 2 from my perspective as both a musician and a living human being. Before going to that, I will first introduce what I call my own corpus. These are the techniques and the vocabularies I frequently use when improvising on the Shen. Just like Somax 2, my corpus has been trained and accumulated over time. And through absorption, repetition, and encounters with other improvising musicians, it's a collection of my habitual sound languages. Of course, improvisation doesn't only happen through listening, it often involves the body as well. When I'm immersed in the atmosphere, my body naturally reacts. That might mean moving or swaying, which change the direction of the sound, like this. Or tapping the instrument to create noises that go beyond my usual way of playing. These gestures and the sound all come from the interaction and the inspiration that happen while improvising with different musicians. Next. Unlike Somax 2, for a musician, listening is fundamental in improvisation, but before I start to listen, I first try to perceive. I open my senses to the environment, the temperature, the smell, the brightness of light, even the atmosphere brought by the audience. All these sensations activate my inner drive and eventually lead me to produce the first sound. Sometimes, however, I do the opposite. I produce a sound without thinking, almost impulsively. This is a way of directly interacting with an external force, such as another performer. At times, I do this to test the reaction of others, to see whether they will chase me, respond, or resist. When improvising with Somax 2, I first try to recognize what mode of Somax 2 I'm engaging with. For example, whether it's one that tends to follow me or one that can respond to me quickly. Yet in the end, I believe it is still the human, the performer or the Somax 2 operator, Mihail, who determines to the musical direction. Next.
Oops.
The concepts of inner trigger, external force, and temporal perception describe the psychological activity that happens during improvisation. The inner trigger refers to the sound that arises from within, the one that comes after perceiving the surrounding environment. The external force is the counterpart. It can be another musician or Somax 2. Together, we co-create a piece of music that exists only in that moment, something unrepeatable and unchangeable. So, how do we share time in the act of improvisation?
Next.
So, when another musician initiates a sound, it can trigger my own response or my decision not to respond. There are typically two contrasting situations. First, conversions, when both or multiple improvisers seek to approach each other's sound energy. For instance, aligning pitch, frequency, fast rhythmic energy, or noise textures, as long as mutual listening and space giving are present. Resonance naturally emerges. Second, divergence, when each performer focuses on their personal language without much listening, even then other kinds of musical possibilities appear, though to audiences trained in classical ensemble music, this may sound less like a dialogue. Maybe we can demonstrate the...
How to not to do a dialogue?
Yes, later.
Later, yes.
Okay. And I will share 4 points.
Next one.
Next.
Okay.
4 points illustrate how energy accumulates and releases through Shen playing. First, building energy curves through airflow and the breath. For the Shen, airflow is energy itself, so you can shape tensions by controlling the direction, the density, and the duration of breath. Then through relaxation, rupture, or resonance, you release that tension. For example, subtle variations in sustained tones, changes in tremolo density or sliding speed, transition can all create this effect. I demonstrate a bit. Second, layering voices and their textures. When playing multiple voices, like harmonic or polyphonic, gradually expand the pitch range, tone color, or rhythmic density. The shift from unstable, stable harmony, or from converging, diverging voices creates a tangible sense of energy build-up and release. For instance, moving from dense variational sounds to a single resonant tone often produces a strong sense of release. Third, when Somax 2 or another musician provides external stimulation, I can decide whether to absorb and amplify it, or interrupt or counteract it. Energy is not only about volume or intensity, it's about the direction and the responsiveness. For example, starting from an inner rhythmic pulse, I may gradually resonate with external forces, creating a dialogue like release or energy. Maybe we can.
Okay. We are on time, just to say, maybe you don't want to keep for the end, you make one demo.
How much time we have now? 1 minute?
1-2 minutes, but I imagine that we can have 5, yes, because we have the next one. Yes, more 5 minutes, more or less. Sorry.
Let's just play, I think.
At the end or no? As you want.
Okay, in the end.
In the end. Okay.
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 So 4, accumulation doesn't simply mean becoming louder. It's about tightening one's sense of time. Through repetition, instability, or constrained breathing, release happens when time loosens or expands through stillness, echoes, resonance, or sudden silence. So, in short, the improvisational experience with Somax 2 is a dialogue between inner and outer forces, between human perception and the machine response, where energy, sound, and time are constantly redefined through the actor of listening, sensing, and cooperation. Okay, let's play.
Let's play. Okay. Just now, just to change my corpus. Okay, good. Oh, yes, you are seeing what I am doing. Okay. Oh, cool. Thank you. We must to move on now. You have the next group. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. If you have questions, we can meet outside in another one. Thank you again. Thank you, Lichin. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.